everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So it is Thursday. That means it is Thrifty Thursday and Thrifty Canucks for us Canadians. You can find more info on both of those collabs down below in my description box. Yeah, we've got a bit of a thrift haul today because I went to the recycle center and I haven't been there in a while. And I went looking for some specific things. And you know what happens, right? Because it's a recycle center, so everything is like super inexpensive. So this is my collection. This is what I went for, which was Rusty Bits and Findings. So I found these lovely and very old brass handles. They are drawer pulls, and there are 3 of them, and they are just beautiful. And then I found a whole bunch of these coral shoal fingers here. These are very fun. I found this nice old handle too, and it's really lovely patina. And then just a bunch of rusty nails and rusty clasps and clamps and such. Some interesting ones. So that is the extent of this collection of things that I got. So we'll just set those to the side. Where to begin? Okay. So first I found this all-in-one calculator desk set by Fabrice. Sticky notepad, 80 sheets, writing pad, 4 flag sticky pads, and a calculator and a pen. So I really like this bird kind of folio. You know, that could be actually used for something kind of fun maybe. It's magnetized. But look at these lovely, you know, the papers. Lots of them. And then the little post-its. And then the little tiny post-its, all with 4 different little birds. And then just a nice little calculator and pen. It's actually quite a nice little desk set. So yeah, I think I can use that for a myriad of things. I'm actually just going to set it here on my desk for a bit. I had pretty much packed up everything and paid, and then as I was leaving, I saw this man outside sort of rifling through the boxes outside, which I don't usually do because I think the staff there don't really like when you do that because people make a mess and then it's harder for them to like put things away. But I noticed he was pulling out like vintage books and or antique books and ephemera, newspapers and things. But I think he's more of a paper, like an old newspaper kind of collector, because when I went over there, he's like, oh, this is the last of the Toronto something or other. Like, I don't know, he's like showing me some newspaper, but I was like, oh yeah, he great. And I'm like, get out of my stuff, go away. Like, you know, you never do that when like you're thrifting and somebody is like, you know, they're grabbing for exactly what you want to get and you're just hoping that they put it down. And like, yeah, but I was like, I don't really need a lot of things. I know there's cool stuff in there, but I'm just gonna let it be. So I grabbed a few books though while he was rifling through paper, and I found this copy of The Unicorn and Other Poems by Annie Morrow Lindbergh. Nice old book. It's got this lovely unicorn on the front, and I've made unicorn journals already, and did use some of those lovely antique unicorn images. This book is from 1956, but this one's nice. It's actually, you know, poetry, little poems, and it's quite nice. I think that like it's all about, you know, unicorns, like a leaf, a flower, and a stone. Now there are no more words. I bring a leaf, a flower, and a stone. A leaf for my mouth that can no longer speak, where you may trace a long veins laddered lace, graven as hieroglyph, thoughts groping, tentative, but certain, toward your south, a leaf for my mouth. A flower for my heart that finds no song, purer than rhyme, fragrance may climb, petal on petal up the perfumed stair to you, aware of music more profound, more innocent than art. A flower for my heart. A stone for my hand, that silent comes to rest, within your palm a bird, hidden upon the nest, who in the spiral heard mid-flight the call, that sent its body small, plummeting earthward home. Heavy with gravity, it cannot understand a stone for my hand. Now there are no more words, but you will know when I sing for others that I bring to you alone a leaf, a flower, and a stone. So some interesting, fun poetry. I know when I was flipping through it, I did see one that was about like unicorn horns and stuff. So yeah. Next is The Wizard of Oz, a book of 24 note cards and envelopes. I wouldn't normally have picked this up, but I was like, I do have like some nice old Wizard of Oz stuff, and I thought these were kind of cute, although poor Toto be reefed by the ear here. But these are like an accordion flip of cards. These are all greeting cards, and they're kind of fun. They're the nice old images from the Frank L. Baum book, you know. It looks like there's two of each of them. Then the envelopes are in the same way. And I like how they're all connected. It's kind of interesting. If you wanted to do, you know, honestly, like, you could do a journal that was Wizard of Oz themed if you just wanted to use this and put the cards inside the envelopes. Maintain that glue seal. And you could, if you wanted, even use this as your cover and, you know, make a journal that way. It's pretty easy. I won't do that, but it sounds kind of fun. Okay. Here's one of the books from outside that after I paid, I had to go back and get it. It is the Classic Volland Edition, Great Children's Stories from Hubbard Press. Look at those end papers. Like, this is what just drew me in. I was like, ooh. From Northbrook, Illinois. This is from... Okay, MCMXXIII, is that 1923? I think. Okay, so look at this fox. The images inside of this book are so beautiful and just really vibrant. I mean, they're really bright, like... Let me get somewhere here in this book and I'll show you what I mean. Like this one, look how bright the colors are. And it has, I think, like one color image on every page, at least. Some sheep, the wolf and the fox. Oh wow, look at this like frog person. I saw a frog today. After I took my daughter to camp, I had a spontaneous, unexpected swim with my son. Because, you know, he's only 3 and my daughter's 6, so she goes to camp, but he's too little. So every morning he says, like, his sister's name, goes to camp, I go to camp, and like he wants to go to camp. So this morning I made him feel like he was going to camp, and I took him to the river, and we waded in the river, and then I ended up going for a swim in a linen dress, which was unexpected, but fun. Then this. The Last Whole Earth Catalog, Access to Tools. I have no idea what this is, if I'm completely honest, except that it's old. And I was like, this is great. It's from 1971, from the Portola Institute. The Whole Earth Catalog functions as an evaluation and access device. With it, the user should know better what is worth getting and where and how to do the getting. An item in the catalog if it is deemed useful as a tool, relevant to independent education, high quality or low cost, easily available by mail. Catalog listings are continuously revised according to the experience and suggestions of the catalog users and staff. So I don't really understand if this is like a sourcing catalog or, you know, a general encyclopedia, but I just really like it. The pages are nice and yellow, and it's just one of those things. Like, it's cool. It's got a lot of stuff going on. kind of weird, and I like that about it. It's got a lot of cool old, you know, black kind of inked images. It's like a general information type catalog. Look at that. Okay. And the birds got me the Royal Atlas of World Atlas of Birds. I don't have this bird book, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, a bird book. 1982, not super old, but different birds like than I have, and cool ones. And this morning, when I was walking my daughter to camp, I saw a kingfisher fly overhead, which was really cool. You never see them really. Well, I don't see them all that often, but this morning I saw one and it was really beautiful. I also saw something else that was weird. It's a willow gull. So if you're not familiar what a gull is, there are bugs called like gull wasps. And on oak trees, if you ever find a little round green ball on an oak tree, it's not an acorn, it's a gull from the gull wasp. Let me just move on as I'm talking about wasps here. I found this. It's like giant tickets, and it was in a broken frame. So I asked if I could take it out of the frame, and they're like, oh yeah, go ahead. So I did. Yeah, so it's the larva of a wasp that leaves its little you know, larva inside this thing, but you can actually use these things to make dye. If you ever heard of gallnut, natural dye, that's what they're made from. They're gallnuts. So I found a weird one this morning. It looked like hops. Like the plant that is hops. It looks like a fuzzy pine cone that turns green. So we smelled it and we knew it wasn't hops from the smell. And then we found out what it was. It's a willow gull. It's laid by a damselfly, and it's this little yellow, you know, worm or maggot, and it stays in there for a couple of seasons until the gull looks like a pine cone, and it opens, and that's when this little critter comes out. So yeah, it was a weird find. This was a painting that I found on this little canvas, and I just love this birch tree, and I thought this would make a really nice tall journal. Like, take it off of here and make a journal with it. Okay. And I saw this box just precociously sitting there. So one thing about my recycle center is it all depends how busy they are. They don't have a lot of time to sift through things. So the things that they set aside and put kind of like higher prices on are things like, you know, say you donated a game and it was still sealed, or something that was clearly antique or old, you know, or like, I don't know, just certain random things. And it all depends who's there. Other people, they just take a whole box of donations, don't even go through it, and they just shove it on a shelf because they don't have time. So I saw this little sort of leather box, and then I opened it up, and inside it was totally full of vintage hankies. So this one is lacy with daffodils. This one has little embroidered poppies. I didn't even look through these, I just grabbed it. Sometimes you just gotta grab things and go, right? This has blue and red roses. This is a little, hold on. Oh, that one's so cute, like a tiger and a ringmaster. And this little animal scene. Little purple embroidered violets. This one's like a touristy kind of one, I think. The Coronation of Elizabeth II, June 1953. Royalty kind of thing. This one has a set of 4 floral. This one is purple. This one is Oh no, maybe it's only 2. Sorry, this one's blue. It's just folded kind of funny. They're all pinned together. This one, little pearly thread. This is cute with the colorful, more of that pearly thread. This one is pretty. The blue one, that's nice. And then just a very thin, tiny lace. Kind of like a men's hanky, like that my father-in-law would carry. He still carries hankies everywhere. He's funny. Another little lace one. This is like a gray with flowers. That's pretty. This box was like 50 cents. I know. Crazy. This is just a colorful one. You never know, like the place is hit or miss when I go there. Like, it's just because there are people who are like, you know, resellers and all that go there too. So it's kind of hit or miss. It depends when people donate things. But it's always worth checking out because, you know, there are magic moments like this. That's pretty. Another cute lace one. And then we have some little snippet of paper here. Oh, this is supposed to have the wedding day stamp date on. The stamp may be valuable someday. 14th of November 1973. I'm not sure who these folks are. I'm not like a big royals person. Maybe you know. But I like the little handwritten note. That's pretty cute. I love how people were little pack rats. So they just, you know, I'm going to put this little note in the bottom of my hanky case. Just a delicate blue one. Little flowers. Lots of dainty flowers. Little butterfly. More flowers. And a little yellow. I always try to like look in the weird spaces because my grandmother used to hide things in her jewelry box that were like behind the panel like this. And I always check these kind of secret areas. Nothing but a pin. Yeah, whenever you buy things like this, if you buy an old jewelry box or something, always take it apart and check the weird spaces like that because you may find some treasure. You never know. But I know that my grandmother used to hide little bits of money in the back panel of her jewelry box, her pin money, and also little pictures, things like that. So yeah, always check for things like that. Okay. Oh yeah, and then this. The Little Critter Storybook Collection. I actually got this from a little free library. I want to read it with my son, but I got this idea. Where did they go? Are they still in here? Or did my daughter take them out maybe? I had some plants pressing in here. They may have fallen out. I'll have to find them. Yeah, I think they fell out. But anyways, that's for the kids. Here they are. So I have this, I'm going to start an herbarium book. I have to find the book that I want to use, but for now I'll just press these inside the other book that I have. 1 second. I don't know where I put it. I had a book aside that I was pressing some leaves in, and I've lost it. I'll use this one. Yeah, because I want to... This is ironwood. Or alum wood, I'm sorry. Okay, so, you know these Reader's Digest books, okay? The ones that have the beautiful covers. I got a whole box of them, and I mean, they are beautiful. The only thing that's crappy about them is they have no spine. And when I say no spine, like... Okay, let me pull this off. Well, that one's not so bad. Actually, this one's a little better than that I've seen. Okay, I may have lucked out. I've seen so many of these where like this thing is not connected at all to this, but these seem to have hidden hollowback spines, which is interesting. Okay, so I guess I win on that one. So I got a bunch of these. I got a whole box of different ones. And I'm just going to go through them, and I'm like going to keep a few pages, but then I'm going to throw the rest away because I can't keep all of this in my studio because it's just too many books. But I'm going to keep like these front bits and bobs. For now, will you fit in there? You will. Perfect. And I'll just put you in here too. Yeah. And I'll set it back here so I don't accidentally throw it away. So that's one of the books. Oops. Okay. But let me show you the other stuff before I get into the rest of those Reader's Digest. So I got a copy of Frog and Toad All Year. I love this series and I want to use these in a journal. I found a Jan Brett book, Who's That Knocking on Christmas Eve? I'm a huge Jan Brett fan, love her. And yeah, this is one that I don't have and it's kind of fun. Then this is a reprint newspaper of the Daily Mail from 1897 and Pageant of Unparalleled Meaning and Significance. So we have a Queen Victoria on here, and like they would do reprints like this of these newspapers, and look at the color of the ink. Isn't that neat? So yeah, I mean it's not the authentic newspaper, it's a reprint, but I love how they've done it in like gold ink. Look at that. Isn't that neat? So I can't show you the whole thing, but there is some in black, and then the majority though is in this gold color, and it's got like ladies and all sorts of things. It's very hard to show it to you because it's so big. Just get this out of the way. So then I grabbed this. They had a whole collection of these books, but I didn't grab all of them. I only grabbed this one because I like the cover and I thought I'd make a journal with the cover. I always love the inside of these. There are often some interesting things, but I'll process it down because I don't want to keep it like the whole book. I just want the cover. And then this book, Big Dreams and Small Rockets. So I got this for the cover because it's got all these little inset embossed stars, and that's really cool. It's a cool book too. It's from 1965, and you know, it's basically about the progress of space, right? So it's got some interesting things in it. So I thought that would be a cool celestial kind of themed journal. Also love the size of it. It's a nice sized book. And then I grabbed this stack of envelopes because I always use these for so many things. And then, oh, another bird book, Canadian Songbirds and Their Ways. Big green book. This is from 1982. And it's really pretty. Lots of like square images and images you can fussy cut, but I just love the vintage, you know, style. It's just pretty. So I'll probably fussy cut this one out too. Okay. One more thing that I grabbed as I was leaving, and I haven't even gone through it, guys. So, okay, one second. To put these envelopes away, they're just gonna slide around. Wait, there we go. Okay. So I saw this basket outside beside the man who is sifting through all of the paper. So the basket looks like this. It's a cute little basket too. which I'll use for something. It's cute. But I saw first this, and I knew that it was vintage linens. So let's check it out. I think there might be some plant materials in it though. So I'm just gonna, yeah, this is really pretty. So it's kind of like, it's got like a Swiss dot to it, you know, and then it's got these little roses. They're really cute. And then, oops, goodness. Border eyelet. Looks like somebody was trying to sell these some time ago. And this has a really pretty eyelet lace to it. It's a very big piece of eyelet lace, like the whole, it's like a tablecloth kind of piece. Oh, and then look, a tiny little jacket. This is, okay, this will be hard to show you, but it's a very fine little dotted fabric. See the little tiny dots there? I don't know if you can see it, but you can really see it in the light. And then this, I don't know that I'll really need to keep this actually. This is just a, yeah, it's kind of, it's had elastic in it and it's quite worn. I'll throw that away. We don't need that. This is a little doll dress, I think. Yeah, a little doll dress, bit of staining, some lace. I may throw that in a boiled book pot along with its little pants that go with it. And then we have a little pink linen dress. Yeah, this is mostly little doll clothes, I think. Hold on. There's some plant material in here. I just want to shake off. That's like a little underskirt. And then a big piece of this lace. Still more of it in here. Okay. There's a pin. We'll get rid of that danger pin. A little scrap of this stuff. It's kind of like got like a raindrop texture to it. I'm just gonna get rid of this, all this plant here. Okay, then little bits of lace and things. This one's quite interesting. Cute, cute. That's a little doll sock I probably will get rid of. And we have a big purple zipper I can probably also get rid of. Yeah, a few things I'll just kind of throw away as I'm going here. That's a nice little scrap. Little bits of cotton. This is sort of like a slip material. I'm just going to toss it though. I don't need it. And then a little doll shirt. More of this cute pink polka dot. That one's pink, the other one was white. And there's some more of it here. Some nice little yellow fabric. This looks like another piece of old doll clothing. Eyelet lace. And then some little scraplets of that kind of raindrop fabric. Some of this I won't keep. And then we have this nice big roll of crochet floral lace, or yeah, that's crochet cotton. And some cute pink rickrack. Okay, this is some kind of a velvet doll jacket. Yeah, these are old. So cute though. It's like somebody was sewing them. They're all full of these itty bitty pins. Old lace. have a Sun brand wood-handled, what are those called? Those markers, right? Little bits of linen. Oh gosh, what is this? This is like Canadian Olympics or something. I'll just redonate that. It's not my thing. Little scraplets. I might make something with those, like little flowers or something. That's doll hair. That's a doll wig. I'll get rid of that. This is just like someone's little sewing basket for doll clothes. Here's some more of that fabric. There is a needle with thread on it. Put the needle in my pin cushion. And then this little spool of lace and some snap fasteners. Another little wooden spool of lace. Another little lace spool. An itty bitty bit of pattern. Some Velcro. More pattern. Yeah, lots of bits and bobs here. I'll probably toss some of that. That's interfacing I will toss. But let's see here. Okay. Another of these. And this is a cute crochet lace with hearts. So yeah, that is the extent of all that. Oh, I'm thinking that that's a head cap for a doll or a doll hat. Yeah, lots of cool fabric. I feel like this whole basket, it's got an aesthetic to it, you know, like I almost should do something with it together that's like a shabby feeling, you know, thing. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So let me get this out of the way and I'll show you the Reader's Digest books. I'll just collect all this plant material. There was like this strand of, or not strand, big stem of this like plant on top of it. Okay, so this one, love it. I think I got 17 of these in total. And I really love the pine cone. Look at the difference in color. This one. This one. I also left a bunch of these behind. But I rarely, if ever, find these. I always find all the other boring ones. That's cool though. I took all the pinecone ones I could find because I love them. That one, like ferns. This one's beautiful. Some of them had boxes that were with them. This one did, and it had the same pattern, but I didn't take the box. I love this one, and I love the pages are like burgundy. And that one. Oh, something in this one. Municipal enumeration notice. Interesting. Okay. So pretty. This one. Looks like there's something inside this one too. It's like an ad for the Reader's Digest books. And what else? That's like more just Reader's Digest stuff. Kind of cool though. Okay, and two more. So another one of those. I have two of those. And then this one that's kind of wintry. And I had another of those, but I left it behind. But yeah, I'm going to process these as soon as I'm finished this video, because we are not keeping all the book pages. They are headed out. I'll probably keep like the front and the back, but that's about it. So that is my thrift haul for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, I hope the thrifting fairies are with you. Bye for now.